Have you ever felt like your pain made you unlovable? Like your story was too much, too messy, or too raw? At Love Again with Confidence, we see you. Inside our online membership, you will connect with powerful, heart-led souls who are rewriting their love story just like you. You are not alone. Come heal, rise, and dare to love again at start.loveagain.me. Welcome to Uplift, inspiring stories to uplift the world. I am Gemma Serenity, your host, and today we have Alicia Ann Wade, who is also known as Dr. Gratitude, who just published her book, Gratitude VibeZ. It's not her first one, but it's a cool one. All right, Alicia, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful, and I want to say thank you so much for inviting me back here with you and connecting again with another message, another powerful story, and just to share the wisdom and what has been happening in my life. I am truly grateful for what is going to be happening in this episode today.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. So, what are you grateful for? Because that's the question of Dr. Gratitude. What are you grateful for?
I'm really grateful and blessed to be alive, to take the first deep breath in as I open my eyes and able to get up out of bed and move my body so I can do all the things that I can do in life. It's a miracle that I'm actually standing here in front of you and to the audience near and far, because most people would say, how are you still alive? And I am still here breathing and living and taking each step forward to live an attitude of gratitude, and also to spread that in my community, nationally, internationally. It's just amazing what has been happening as a result of creating this book, but also this gratitude method that seems to be the legacy that I have stumbled upon, that is now making, I don't say waves, I say tsunamis, but nice tsunamis of positivity and flow through everywhere. And it's crazy to say and state that still there are people that don't know what gratitude is, or don't even know what they're actually grateful for. And that's why I'm on this massive mission right now.
Got it. So we were talking about building a community, attracting people, getting paid, and all kind of things that way. Can you tell us a little bit how you lead a gratitude business?
Yeah, I know. Everyone, like, I actually get paid to talk about gratitude.
How cool!
And it started off with my gratitude journal that I created on Christmas Day in 2018, a little black book. And I created that because I realized that gratitude was a daily practice that I started to implement in my life. And I was writing those 3 things down that you want to be grateful for. And it has developed and eloped and evolved over time. It's been an amazing journey where I realized that it's more than just writing 3 things down. It's actually a feeling and emotion. And so now I'm being asked and invited into small, large groups, conferences. I also MC at conferences as well. And I get people to feel the emotion. And it was a defining moment through, I have to say thank you to Tony Robbins, who has been the pinnacle of this journey for me, who introduced me to priming. And now I've created my own gratitude meditation where I get people to feel and experience what that feels like through your heart. A lot of people go through a lot of trauma, a lot of mental health issues. We see that 1 in 2 people live with anxiety and depression in their lifetime. And so it's a matter of getting people to scratch that record of that and actually live in gratitude, love, peace, joy. And I know this through my own story. In 2015, all I wanted to be was happy, and I created a nightmare of a life, and I wanted to turn that story around and live with happiness in my life. And so by cultivating gratitude and feeling into happiness every day now is a blessing, and I hear heartfelt stories. A lot of people know, I think my car is a bit more famous than me right now. I just hit, I think it was about 10K views on one of my videos where there were the youth signing my car. And yes, I get people to write on my car and write what they're grateful for. And I get all walks of life. I get people who are disabled. I get people who are stereotyped as troubled youth. I get people, adults, grandparents, writing on my car what they're truly grateful for. The stories that are shared, the tears that are felt, the hugs, the love, the laughter has been awe-inspiring for me. And it just goes to show that you never judge a book by its cover and what a person is going through in their life. By writing that grateful act on my car, just makes someone's day a little bit brighter with all the storms that may be going on in a person's life. And then giving that love to people. When you give out stuff like love, gratitude, you then receive love and gratitude. If you ask me what my life was like in 2015, it was very dark, heavy, gloomy. I always say to people, imagine a deep, dark hole with no light at the end of the tunnel. And that's exactly what my life had become. If you ask me what my life is like now, it's very pink. Thank you, Gemma, for wearing a. I'm very grateful that we're matching today. You even got the matching lipstick. I think that's on point too. And just sharing that joy, that happiness, that gratitude, and connecting together. When you give that, you receive that. So I always ask to people, how are you giving gratitude, thanks, appreciation on a daily basis throughout the whole day, not just when you wake up and in the morning and writing your 3 things down and writing them at nighttime? How are you doing it throughout the day so you build stronger relationships? When you build stronger relationships, you build a stronger community. That then ripples out. And the ripple effects, like I said, is like a tsunami effect in a positive way.
Truly, truly so. So you have your car covered in graffiti of gratitude. Is that right?
Correct. Yes. And everyone always asks me, how do you wash your car? Because I've been doing this now for over 1.5 years. And I just take it through the car wash. And the guys at the car wash, they love when my car comes in, because they get a dose of. Research has shown, like, when you experience gratitude and you read those positive affirmations, it decreases cortisol and increases oxytocin and serotonin and dopamine. And people love that. That's what we want to experience. Cortisol ends up putting the stress indicators on, those stress hormones, which then puts on weight, gives disease. So the fact that I'm actually doing that for someone in a car wash, he goes, I always feel good whenever I wash your car. So he'll just get a nice little brush and put some spray on it, wash it, all the writing comes off, and then it's ready for its next dose of gratitude. And you never know what. Yeah, it's just amazing how much it really makes someone's day when you do an act of gratitude, or people are reading it, or people stop and stare and have a look at what's going on. It's really amazing.
I absolutely expect to publish pictures of your car with all the graffiti on it. I truly expect that.
Yeah, I've got
That's
loads of videos.
fabulous.
I've got loads of videos, and my outreach and my algorithms on my Facebook is showing that. It's getting I'm nearly up to 200K views now on my Facebook alone. So I know that people are craving this so much. And if I can just put a smile on someone's face while they're scrolling as well, like that's a massive impact too.
That's truly amazing. So tell us a little bit more about your book, Gratitude VibeZ, meaning VIBEZ, which is a little bit different. So tell us a little bit about that.
So that was formulated because I realized that people always want to spend money on self-care and self-love. And so the reason why I created this book was to share how I keep myself in a high vibration, how I keep my energy high, how I live day to day positive, even with the storms that happen. I always say to people, it's important to express gratitude even in the most challenging times, because you can't have a positive and a negative mindset at the same time. Like neurologically, your brain cannot do that. And so it's a matter of really, really stepping into that and cultivating those feelings of love and gratitude and joy and peace and happiness. I've also included Gratitude Vibometer, which is free and accessible. I do get people's names and emails so I can stay in touch with people, which is a quick link. And there's 7 questions to rate yourself on the Gratitude Vibometer. I'm very thankful for my team over in Bali who I had the questions and the percentages, and they created it and organized it all, and it's fantastic. And I recently did a talk on Saturday, and it was interesting to note that most of the people that were in that talk their percentages were between 45 to 60%. So it was quite low. And when I was at it, and this is where I'm doing my research now, I was at a frequency medical conference. And when I went to that conference, a lot of people already expressed and were cultivating gratitude, and everybody was rating between 80 and 100%. So I can already see through different groups and different areas where the percentages are quite different, and you can see the differences of if people are cultivating gratitude on a daily basis, that the percentages are going to be much higher. So I'm already collecting that data. So this is more than just writing the book. It's about me collecting out on what's out there. Are people actually experiencing it? Are they feeling it? What can I see as a result of doing these talks? The other thing too is I have a gratitude day spa, and that is a full day dedicated to being at home, because a lot of people think self-care, self-love and feeling good, you have to go out for a massage, you've got to do your nails, which all entails you spending money. So I've created something that's very simple and very easy, where you wake up in the morning, you do your gratitudes in the morning on what you're grateful for, you do a gratitude stretch, like you're so grateful to move your body, like each movement is bringing that gratitude on how you're moving your body. I think we take it a lot for granted how much we can actually do rather than what we can't do. And so this day is dedicated to all the things that you can do. Even more so that at lunchtime, I ask you to mindfully eat. And I see a lot of professionals out there that eat at a desk and rush with their eating, or eat in the car. And so it's that day to actually pause, be present, and actually take that time to be present in the moment and be thankful for everything that you have around you.
Totally, totally. A few years ago, I think it was 2020, I actually took up my husband's suggestion. And he told me, you know, that gratitude journal, I mean, it's known through all kind I was thinking about Rhonda Byrne. And
Oh, yes.
I was thinking, yeah. And the assignment is to write 3, maybe 5 things you are grateful for every day. Okay, good. He told me, okay, as of today on, you write 50 things you are grateful for every day. And I said, okay, I'm doing it. So I started to wake up at 5 a.m. instead of 7 in order to actually sit down and write. And then I continued and I write all the victories of the previous day. And then I continued and write all my affirmation. That was taking like the entire 2 hours in the morning. I did that for about, I don't know, 120 days, until my entire wrist were like, I am tired of writing all by head. But the thing is that the miracles that happened in my life because of heightened vibrations, because of happiness, because of believing things that I did not believe before, the elevated state of joy and recognizing small things as well as being amazing. I started to even praise those little things, like I'm so happy and grateful to be doing the laundry. Right? Really? Yes, I am.
Because even like we can just say, I went over to Bali recently and I saw people washing their clothes in the rivers, in dirty rivers. So the fact that we've got washing machines, like it's a simple thing, but people are like, we take it for granted in the Western culture. We're a consumable society, disposable society, where something's broken, you replace it straight away. And it's about those simple things and those simple practices that make it so much more than what we actually realize.
That is true. That is absolutely true. And when we really start to dive into that gratitude vibe, it really shows us and prime our brain indeed to notice so many more things. So one of the things that happened was his birthday came up and I was there. what am I going to do very special for your birthday? And I was there, oh, I know. I'm going to take the back of the paper, the cover paper to wrap gifts. And I started to write on the back all the gratitude and all the gratitude. It was endless. It was not 50, it was, I don't remember, 500, 600, 700. It took me days. And I continued. When you go into that loop of thought, it is endless. It's amazing. It is so
Oh,
joyous and it's like making you feel amazing.
it does. And it's very profound when you ask someone who's going through a tough time what you're grateful for and they can't think of one thing.
Right.
And I've gone through that myself. I remember I saw a fitness coach and she asked me to write 10 things that I was grateful for my body. I couldn't think of one because I had been beating myself up in the mirror to lose weight, to look this way, to look that way. And I completely forgot about all the simple things that I could be grateful for my body and what it could actually do. And it was that point that I realized that I needed to be much more kinder to myself. And I teach that to a lot of my clients. I have a big mirror at my house. And when any client comes in and says, oh, I can't look at myself in the mirror, straight away, I know that's going to be the first step, is working on the relationship with yourself first and foremost, because then you can work around with the relationships all around you. If you're giving love but not giving love to yourself and gratitude to yourself, then you're going to be pouring from an empty cup. You're going to be burnt out. Through everything that I've seen, the studying, the coaching, the talking with people, I realized that, the love and the gratitude must come from within with yourself. Then it can flow through to others. So every morning I'll do my gratitudes in the morning, be very thankful. And then I'll go out in the day and actually then do that with others and say thank you and hello, good morning, hugs, love, laughter, all of that jazz, because I filled my cup up. I filled the things on what I love to do. I'm no longer beating myself up in the gym. Sometimes I will because, you want to be your better self at the same time because we're our own competition. I used to have the saying I was my own worst enemy. No, I'm my own competition because I always want to be a better self every single day. And what does that actually look like? Okay, well, have I moved my body today? How have I moved my body? Did I do the gym today? Did I do strength? Did I do Pilates? Did I do sauna? Did I do meditation, breath work? I incorporate all of those tools and resources that I've been learning throughout my personal development journey. And these are the sorts of things that I help others to have in their life as well.
Wow, that works. I have two questions in mind for you now that we really dive into that lifestyle around gratitude. We are talking to Dr. Gratitude. I just remind you. That's pretty cool. Question for you.
Can't
When
hear you.
you
Oh, there we go.
when you work on your gratitude, do you only choose what you already have, or do you also go in the wishful field of the future? And I'm so grateful for the 100 million women I have already reached, and it is not true yet, or you don't know about it yet, but it is the future. Do you also go in the future, or you just stay in right now? I'm so grateful to be recording an episode with you. Voila.
Okay, so great question. I will, at nighttime, I will reflect on the day and be grateful for, there'll be some sort of moment or defining moment or list of moments that I've had in the day that I'll be grateful for. I also realize that through our sufferings, there are also blessings, and it's finding the blessings in our sufferings that is very important as well. My spiritual beliefs, I'm very omnis, so I believe in all cultures and all religions do have their part. I was brought up as Catholic and Christian, but I also believe in Buddhism and all the likes of all of them, I have to say, and each of them all have gratitude through it. So that's why I love gratitude so much, because it doesn't define, divide. It is a universal practice, which I love so much. So at night times, I'll do that. In the mornings, I'll wake up and I'll do my gratitudes, even though some mornings I may be a little bit grumpy, but I have to have my coffee in the morning. And then when I have my coffee, I go through my gratitudes. I have a gratitude cup and it has grateful heart, and it's actually a heart shape. candle as well to remind me to step into gratitude. Okay. And I might list off one thing or a list of things in the morning, depending on my mood. And hey, I'm human. I have human emotions. Sometimes I'll be cranky in the morning. I'm human.
And that's all
And
right.
throughout the day, I'll find those little pockets of gratitude. Now, you also speak about future pacing. I tend to see a lot of things for the future, and I feel and experience gratitude when those futuristic moments pop through, and they're very quite frequent. Every day I'm thinking about what's going to happen for the future and how I can cultivate that and create that vision in place. There are big ideas in my mind. I've got some big goals and big dreams. They're slowly coming to fruition. Everyone's like, wow, but you're so successful. I'm like, yes, but I see so much for the future and what legacy I'm leaving and what that actually looks like. And I do step into that. So I don't actually sit down and think about the future. It just pops in, and I'm grateful for those moments and step into the future as if it is happening right here, right now. Exactly. I see what I see, I hear what I hear, and I feel what I feel. And I step into that moment as if it is already happening. And that's a little trick. And I actually do that in my gratitude meditation at the end of my conferences to get people to step into that feeling of gratitude. And I'll do past, present, and future. And I'll do 3 moments of that. And that's a bit of Tony Robbins priming, but those are the ones that's the priming that I have taken from him. I can't take all of it and say, hey, that's my own stuff. I do thank Tony Robbins for that, but I've developed it in a way that I have my sounds healing incorporated into it. So I'll use my singing bowls in some of my conferences, and I get people to feel and listen to the vibrations. And I'll use the heart chakra, and then I'll use some of these other ones that cultivate and help with the vibrations of feeling love. And I absolutely love that. When you can bring in that space where people are protected, they've got that dome of protection around them, they're cultivating that love and that gratitude. That's what I love to do. So yeah, that's the short answer to your question.
I absolutely love your answer, because it really, first of all, you answer yes, past, present, and future. I understand that in your book of gratitude, in your gratitude journal, you specifically thank for what you already have in the present, and that you already, so that you actually encore what you have with gratitude. Because one of the way I actually lost so much of the wealth I had before was by simply dismissing it, taking it for granted, not thanking it, not taking care. And one day, bad things happened to the point that I needed the money. I said, okay, sell it. And it was like, what? You do what? No? And I ended up selling it. And it was like, no, never anymore. Everything you have, you praise it, you love it, you appreciate it, you care for it. Because all the things, not even the people, but all the things, they are also vibrating with you, and they are existing through your awareness of it. Isn't that true?
Yeah, exactly right. And I did mention about the sufferings. Like last year, for instance, I was running for local government, so it is fully funded by myself, and it was a sacrifice that I had made and committed to. Massive words there for some people who are resisting those words. And I was on $150 Australian per fortnight and living off of that while trying to run a campaign. And I amped up my gratitude. I amped up what I was doing because I couldn't focus on what I didn't have because the money wasn't coming in. I was focusing on all the relationships that I was building. I was focusing on the community impact that I was building. And once I look back on that, like the money didn't matter. The relationships that I built, the new friendships that I made, the new discoveries, the new things that I was able to do, like I was invited into different communities as well and meet different community members. Like I'm grateful for all of that because I met day-to-day normal human beings doing their thing, showing me their passions and stuff. And I can never take that back. Because when you've been in depression and been isolated in your bedroom and had those dark days of not getting out of bed, and I know what that feels like, being burnt out, I've had that happen. And when you get out there and start to connect, you start to realize that that love of gratitude starts to grow and develop much more. We are human beings. We are meant to connect with each other. Living in isolation creates those addictions. It creates the anxiety. It creates that depression. And I always say, there's a book that I always refer to, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. If you knew my life before, it was full of fear, full of anxiety, full of depression. And I've had to face the fears, because in the fears, you've got to go through that pain to then see the pleasure in everything. And that's where the gratitude comes.
Absolutely. Alicia, what is your website that people can
So my
find you?
website is, so people can find me on www.thegratitudemethod.com, or you can also find me on www.aliciawade.com.au. So I have my personal brands, and I also have my gratitude one, where gratitude, I've got my journals, my apparel, I've got my books on there. And then also, if you're looking at me, I've got my personal brands as well. So Alicia Wade, Dr. Gratitude, as everybody calls me, because I do keynote speaking, emceeing, and also workshops for different organizations and different events and festivals. More recently, I'm at the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival here in Australia. So I travel 3 states. I've done all 3 states now as of last Saturday, which has been amazing. And I've been able to serve hundreds of people already. So it's just great to see the outreach happening and going on. And on the 1st of March, I actually have another festival that I'll be presenting at. And I'm so excited because there's over 90 exhibitors and speakers. So there's a whole lot of very high vibing people. And I know that they're all, manifesting and cultivating that attitude of gratitude. But I know people that are seeking for it also go to these things as well. So I can't wait to spread my message, spread my story, and help people be happy.
That's amazing. That's truly beautiful. Last question, and then it's a wrap. What is your vision that you are stepping into when you go in the future? Let's say 10 years in the future, making sure that it has already happened.
Oh,
What's
that's
your
easy.
big vision?
So my vision is for the world to experience and live an attitude of gratitude. And I want that spread worldwide, so people can have optimism, life satisfaction, happiness, peace, love, and of course, gratitude, because that's what I'm here for.
Yes. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for coming here. Uplift Inspiring Stories to Uplift the World. Today we had Alicia Ann Wade joining us from Australia. Thank you so, so much. And all the joy and gratitude in the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.